Welcome to today's video where we unravel the art of report writing for students. Whether you are a seasoned writer or just a beginner, this guide is tailored to help you master the key essentials of concise and impactful report. Stay tuned as we explore the key elements, structure, and some essential tips to not only elevate our writing skills but also to make our report stand out. Let's dive into the world of report writing together.
These brothers my guys, know that we fly high, know that they ride or die. Why they wanna move like that? Where you want go? Why you want act like that?
So let's start with the definition of report writing. Report writing is actually a structure, remember this? So your report should have a good structure. It is structured process of documenting information. So you have to document the information regarding what about an event. That means something happened in the past and you as a writer are asked to write a report on it, or it is some incident. It usually happens in the newspaper, some accident, some mishap happens, and as a reporter you are supposed to write the report of it so that when the readers read it they get the picture of it, and it can be about a particular topic, my dear students. So it must have a proper structure. It should document the information about an event. And remember one more thing, that this documentation of information, it should not be subjective, it should be rather objective. Objective means, first of all, let's learn what is subjective. Subjective means you give the personal opinion about it, how you feel as an individual. Rather, you have to take care of the objectivity of the matter. That means there must be facts, statistics about the event that you are recording or that you are documenting. So objective means general opinion about it, what everybody else felt. So it must be on the basis of observation. You as a writer should observe the event and accordingly write the report. Now let's learn what is the format of report writing. Remember three things about formatting: headline or title, byline or the name of the author, and the body. So let's talk about them one by one. So the first thing is headline or title. Remember, dear students, you might have to write a report for a newspaper. So for that, headline is necessary. You know how headlines are written. These headlines are mostly in simple present tense. So headline should give the message and the proper idea about the entire report. Even if somebody does not read the entire report, they get the idea about it and they get curious about reading it all. And it can be title if you are writing it for a magazine, or it can be for a website. You might have to write a report so that it is uploaded on website. So for that matter, you have to write a good title or good headline. So it is little bit different from the headline of an article. In article you just write the heading in few words, 1 to 4 words, but in report writing you can have the entire line for it and you can have the byline for it. So for report writing you can have an entire line. I'll be giving you some examples. You are seeing it here. So you can see the title or headline on the top of it. And the second thing you have to do is to write the byline. That means it should be the name of the author, and sometimes there must be designation also written on it. Say for example, you are seeing this example on the screen. It is by Tahir Ahmed, editor of the school magazine. You can see the byline there. So it must be there on a report when you write it. Okay, now let's talk about the body. So body is divided into 3 parts. Number 1, introduction. Number 2, detailing. Number 3, conclusion. Remember that your introduction should sum up the event information about the event in a few sentences. You must answer here what. That means what it is all about. You must also answer when. That means when did it happen. You must also answer where. Where did it happen? You must also answer who. That means who else was part of it, who conducted it. And furthermore, you must, if that is there, you must also answer why is this being organized. If we talk about the newspaper report, it is slightly different. You begin the newspaper report with the place, that is, for example, it is Srinagar. Here is an example of a newspaper report that you are seeing on the display. You can see Srinagar, and then there is date mentioned. You can check it on the screen. So there is date mentioned, and then the report starts. Okay, but in magazine you can just straight away start with what is this, and when, and where, and who, and why is this event done. So you can check this example here on the screen. Please read it. A symposium was organized on March. So what it is a symposium. When did it happen? It happened on 1st March 2023 in the school. Where? In the school campus. On what? On the topic effect of pollution on quality of life. So who else was there? All the students were a part of the elucidative program. So this is the first paragraph. Remember that it should be the shortest paragraph of your report, so that it builds that curiosity to read more about it. So now let's talk about the second paragraph, or the third or more paragraphs of the report. So remember that it should have at least one paragraph for the detail, or you can have more than one paragraph for the detail. So what are you going to do in the detail? It is actually giving further details about the event. What else has happened? It is actually dealt with in detail. So you can read this on the screen. The event started with the felicitation of the guest speakers. So there were guest speakers, and this is one more information given. Thereafter, the participants were enlightened by Shahnawaz Khan, the guest speaker. He acquainted them with the objectives and goals of the workshop. The resource person, Dr. Tariq Khan, reflected his profound knowledge on the topic and highlighted how important it is to curb the menace of pollution and exalting demonstration of efforts, so on and so forth. You can see the more and more details and necessary details are given in the concise and in the lucid manner, that means in a clear manner. Now let's talk about the last paragraph of the report. So this detailing can have 1, 2, 3, as many you want to add here. So this is the introduction, and here is the conclusion, and in between there is detailing given. If you talk about newspaper report, so here you answer another question, that is, so what? Something happened, so what? What were the consequences of it? For example, here is this news: the highway was closed, and these many were the consequences, and these were the details. So you can give the details here on the newspaper report. And remember this one, conclusion. Conclusion always summarizes your report. It doesn't give additional information. So here is the conclusive sentence or the paragraph. This interactive session ignited the inquisitiveness of the participants. They have committed themselves completely to bring about a change in the situation. The informative workshop culminated with a vote of thanks proposed by the head of the science department. So here it concludes, summarizes the entire report. Same is the case with the newspaper report. If you are writing the newspaper report, there is the heading. There is sometimes a subheading, as you see in this report, and furthermore the byline is there, that means the name of the writer, or maybe sometimes the designation is also given, and then comes the first paragraph of the report. You can check it on the screen, and then you can see the detailing, and at the end, how the report is concluded. My dear students, you don't have to be confused when you forget about format of the report. All you have to do is to check newspapers, because newspapers are written by the professional journalists. They are experts of writing reports, so you must read them and then understand it and then accordingly write it. Remember this rule: it should begin with reading, then thinking, then writing. Reverse is dangerous. So we write first, then we think, and then we read. So first thing should come first. You must read a report, a few reports. If you want to write a report or few reports for the school magazine, you have to read many good magazines where there are good report writers. Read them, understand it, understand the craft, and then write it. Same is the case with newspaper report. Read as many newspaper reports every day, and a time will come when you will get a hang of it. You will understand it well. So this is the end of this lecture. If you have understood, got some insights, please write to me in the comments below. And if you want me to make a video on a specific topic, please write that to me. I'll be more than happy to help you into that. So we'll see you soon. Take good care of yourselves. May God be with you all.
Oh, these brothers, my guys, know that we fly, know that they ride or die. Why they wanna move like that? Where you want gone? Why you want act like that?